Hello, welcome to my deck review video. Today I'm very excited to be reviewing a Compendium of Witches Oracle deck. This is a deck that I've been waiting for it feels like nearly a year since the concept of it was first thought of. I believe it was on Kickstarter, so then you order it, you wait for it to get made and delivered to you. So it was about this time last year that I ordered it, and it was due to be made and delivered in October, but for obvious reasons, COVID, lockdown, things like that, it's only just arrived. So this has been my most excitedly awaited deck ever. So I'm very excited about this video. It is based on a book of the same name by, I believe, her name's Natasha Ilinchik. Probably pronounced that wrong, but it's beautiful. It's based on these paintings of she calls them witches, and then she's made a story about each one, like who she thinks they would have been throughout the ages. And then apparently she thought that it worked really well as an oracle deck. So here am I reviewing that deck. Okay, now straight away I found the box, the way it feels. It's, I don't know what you call it. It's quite matte, but you know, where it's like feels really soft as well, which I know a lot of people love. I am not a huge fan of this feeling. It's not my favourite. I feel like it shows up all like finger smudges and scratches and stuff, but I know a lot of people will be fine with that. Okay, you can see it's lovely, the sort of gold leaf effect. And there's a little book that fits in it. Take that out. And there's like a sponge kind of casing to keep the cards in place. Don't mind it. As you can see, I do struggle a bit to get all the cards out. And it also comes out as well. But I kind of feel like the cards are going to be rattling around in there if I don't keep the sponge thing in. So I've not quite worked out what way I prefer doing that. I find that a little bit, I don't know, annoying. I find that either the deck and the book are the same size, or you have the deck with its own little box and a separate book. But I don't know. That's just my feelings on it. The cards themselves, they've got a lovely pattern on the back. The card stock is one of the thinnest that I've had. I am a little bit worried about how that's going to last over time, especially if you're someone who shuffles in a different way to me. I find the way I shuffle is I'm not quite as hard on my cards as what I assume other people might be. So I would recommend going gently with this, basically. The book has got a picture for each one and then a writing. I love that it's in colour. I really love it when the books are in colour. A lot of the time you get black and white ones, which obviously makes it like cheaper, I guess, but I just like the colour. I find that it's could have been a bit crisper. Some of the like the way it's printed out, it just, for my eyes, it seems a little bit, I don't know if you can see it. It just seems a little bit funny. I don't know if it's showing up on here, but yeah, it's fine. It's not going to take away from it. I just feel like they're just little bits that maybe would have helped to make this a better all round, but it's not going to take away from how I use it, so it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Now, the interesting thing about this one is that it has two separate types of cards. She calls them the voices and the whispers. And you'll notice here with the different colours. So the witches themselves are called the voices. I mean, they're just stunning. I actually have 3 of these, like prints of 3 of these in my home, because they're just beautiful. The level of detail is stunning. I love them. And then for this deck, then she's added in the whispers, which are these ones. So you could use it like a normal deck, like you'd shuffle them all together, ask your question and draw. But she does have a couple of different suggestions in the book. So you shuffle these separately in separate piles, and this would kind of be giving you your main answer, and then they can go for a bit more clarification. So I don't know which way I prefer yet. I feel like I want to try it out the way she suggests, and I'm going to see if that will work for me. So let's make sure I've got them all. Okay, so I will ask for a message for the people that are watching this video, please. And they do shuffle quite nicely with the way I shuffle them. They don't stick together, they don't get caught on each other, which I really like. Sometimes I find cards just is so hard to shuffle and I feel like they're not getting shuffled properly, but these ones seem wonderful, no issues. Okay, this feels like our card. Okay, we have the labourer. Okay, now I don't know whether you'd read this first and then shuffle the next one, so I'll try that. Okay, so looking at her, I'm trying to get her all in here. The labourer. Okay, I quite like the core patterns, like the tattoos that she has on her. I don't remember much of her story, so I'm just going to go purely based on looking at her. So it looks like we are going to have some, well, I want to say labour, some work to do. I wonder what she's holding, what herbs she's holding, gathering, harvesting. Seems like it's a lot. I wonder if, looking at this tree, I'm kind of feeling like the tree's representing not just the winter, but the hard and dark times that we've recently been going through. And the labouring and the harvesting, she's trying to get back into, well, back into a rhythm again. The sheep, I feel like sheep, is it lamb or a baby goat, a kid? That kind of represents the new start, new beginnings, new life. Okay, yeah, so maybe it's like leaving all of this behind. And we've got the new sun, new things to harvest, new hope. But we're going to have to work at it. It's not going to something that's just going to suddenly happen and be easy. That's my feeling on that card. Okay, so then we'd go to the whispers. We'd ask them, please could I have more clarification on this card? Okay, this feels like our one. Wreath. Okay, no idea. Wreath, I don't know, maybe this means something to someone. Maybe someone's making, I don't know, Easter wreaths. Okay, I'm going to look in the book for these then. These are seem quite different cards, don't they? Okay, here we go. So it says the labourer, endeavour, resourcefulness, perseverance and reliability. So the first paragraph describes the card, and there's the meaning of the card, and there's a bit of a backstory about the witch, which there's a lot more detail in the original book. So it's saying the card, the labourer represents hard work, endurance and resourcefulness. The intrinsic value of labour does not show only in the results of our work, but also in the tenacity, determination and skills it teaches us. And then I found the wreath. They just have a few words. Celebration, joy, carefreeness. Okay. Okay, so trying to feel like, as I said, there's going to be work for us to do to get over the, whether it be the winter or the hard, dark times we've gone through. But at the end of that, there is joy and hope and celebration. Okay, so let me know what you think of these cards. If you have them, what you think of them. It'd be lovely to know if other people have this deck. I don't think I found anyone that has like a similar deck to me yet, so please do let me know if you do. It'd be wonderful to know. And okay, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in one of my other videos. Bye bye.